Hi everyone, so someone in my last video said can you wear pink in your next video, and you know what? I listen! Okay, so back to the video. Wow, my attention span has been so bad recently. So within the full Shane Dawson Jeffree Star drama that's happening, everyone's been asking their closest friends, like, what's your opinion with what's going on? And there's very few people, in my opinion, who will actually know the truth of everything that's gone on, every shady thing. Now those people are Andrew and Nate. Everyone poses the question that, oh, Rylan knows as well. Honestly, I think Rylan kind of stays out of it from the outsider's point of view. I think Rylan will just take the money and okay, this is what you're doing, go off to work. That could be wrong, but you know what? Rylan, you do you. Rylan also has his own YouTube channel to worry about as well, so that's also like something that he would prioritize. But Nate, who was Jeffree Star's ex-boyfriend, living in the same house, boyfriend, I'm sure he knew what was going on. So that posed the question to everyone, what does Nate know? And will Nate speak out? What we're going to do is always, I've asked my subscribers what their opinion is, we're going to read them out, I'm going to comment on your opinions, and then I'm going to say my opinion and overall. This is going to get juicy. So again, for anyone who doesn't know, Nate is Jeffree Star's ex-boyfriend. They were together for a long time, so Nate will know the juicy tea. Bailey said he got out when he did. I think the last thing he'd want to do is drag himself back into this dumpster fire. And let's not pretend Jeffree doesn't have dirt on him too. Now, while I do agree that Jeffree would have dirt on Nate, because Nate isn't in the public eye, I don't think he would care if that was exposed. Like when Jeffree exposes these other YouTubers, he exposes them so that their careers can be gone. He would expose Nate and we'd all be like, okay. Jocelyn said, I think Jar Jar's boyfriend dumped him. He doesn't love him anymore. His roommate left, he's all alone. LOL, JK, I think Nate is being silenced and we'll never know what he knows. That contract is airtight, and I do believe that there's a contract. There can't not be a contract. Jeffree Star is so incredibly smart that there has to be a contract. I'm sure they went into the relationship with a contract. I'm not saying they did, but that's the smartest thing. Nox said, no, I think he probably had to sign an NDA. Agreed. Claire said, I think Jeffree as a person is a huge reason why he left. And if he speaks out, he could end all of this. Claudia said, no, Nate is very chill. I feel like he'll only come forward if it's truly needed, which I do agree as well. And if he really signed an NDA, what happens to him if he does speak out on what happens? And then Hall233 responded and said he would probably face a lawsuit from Jeffree, or the NDA has a specific number that he would have to pay. Either way, he'd be in a lot of trouble. So yeah, Nate would get in a lot of shit. Ivana said the only way he would be able to speak out is if Jeffree is criminally accused of something that Nate probably knew about during their 5-year relationship. So they were together for a long time. In this case, the drama, but probably other things as well. Kiki said he doesn't like being on camera, so I don't know if there's any chance of him speaking out. Felly1992 said never. He is bombarded with so many NDAs from Jeffree and his legal team, in my opinion, that he probably isn't even allowed to say Jeffree Star's name. AJ said, I doubt he'll ever say anything, but I feel so sorry for him that he was involved. Victoria said, to be honest, I don't even think he cares. I believe he knows a lot of things, but he doesn't want to seem involved in drama because he doesn't like it. Tammy said, I can't imagine that he didn't sign an NDA when he and Jeffree began dating, so what I said. I really believe that Nate leaving him and the current drama are related. Chantel said, no way Nate will speak up against this. Bet he's glad he escaped when he did. Bye, sister! Hi, sisters! S said, yes, I think he will throw some hints and shade. Voldy said, if he doesn't, that's cool. Me and Nate live in the same town. It's relaxing and peaceful. It's the perfect place to heal. I hope he does speak up, but I understand if he needs time. So implying that even if he does speak up, like even taking a while to process everything. Sian said, I think he will either throw the whole damn teapot at Jeffree's face or leave it. There's no in between. Heda said, I really hope he does. There's a reason he got out of there. And I believe his input could bring a lot of light to the situation and possibly be part of a resolution. I do agree. Carm said, and I think this is very interesting, if an NDA was signed, then this wasn't a relationship out of love in my opinion. Ooh. He seemed to never like drama or being filmed, so I'm sure he was glad he got out when he did and will never talk about it. Orla said, if they were genuinely in love, I feel like would be hesitant to speak out publicly and try to help him in private unless things get bad enough. He seems like a genuine guy who didn't bask in the attention that came along with the relationship. He basked in the money in my opinion, but not the attention. Ashley said he was around for 6 years, which is a long time. I'm sure there's more to the story and probably the reason to him leaving. Caitlin said there's no way Jeffree let him leave without signing all kind of NDAs, so even multiple. I would love to hear what Nathan knows. He probably has so much information. Anna said nah, he back in Michigan now, being an average unproblematic nobody. Joe Bunny said, honestly, I think he took this opportunity to leave this messy situation with this messy person, Jeffree. However, not only must he know tons of dirt about everything, but he was also part of it by being with him, and I do agree, he's also responsible. For that reason, I don't think it would be good for him to speak out and risk getting hate over this since he's left the situation. He will probably stay silent. That's also important to note. Nathan was involved. Nathan is probably guilty too. He endorsed it by being in the relationship. Abby said, I feel like because allegedly a big reason why he left the relationship was to step back from the spotlight, he won't say anything. I hope he's thriving somewhere with a skateboard and a cocktail while watching all this drama unfold. Like, yeah, how do you think Nathan feels right now watching Jeffree get in all this drama? Because as he was in the relationship for 6 years, he witnessed so many times of Jeffree being cancelled, but this in my opinion is one of the biggest cancelling Jeffree's ever gotten because it's all of it put into one. So do you think he's just like, or is he genuinely concerned? Like, what do you think? And because he lived through the motion of Jeffree being cancelled so many times, he probably knows exactly how Jeffree's handling this right now. Shayna said, I always thought Jeffree paid him. Jeffree had him locked in a coffin so tight we'll never see his face again. Lesia said, nah, Jeffree will destroy him. Clearly keeping him okay this relationship for years was fine and okay. I'm not gonna be surprised if Nate is blackmailed too by this jerk. That could also be a possibility. Jay says, I think he's paid several millions of dollars to be kept quiet from the beginning. That poses another question. Buying silence. Alyssa said, Nate is for sure laughing his ass off right now. And he's probably so sad he got away before shit hit the fan. Hawking said he probably will. He needs the money. He could go to tabloids. Chloe Olivia said, I really hope so. He seems so genuine and lovely. I really hope he can find the freedom without an NDA to speak up. Although he doesn't want to be in the public eye. He deleted his social media as I remember. So we'll have to wait and see. Crystal said, I hope he does. Who knows what he's seen and or heard and been keeping a secret for 4 years. APS said, I'm glad Nathan left when he did. I always liked the fact that he never wanted to be on camera. He just stayed away from the drama and just supported Jeffree, so he seems like a good person. All in all, like I said, I'm glad he got out when he did. Nicole said, no way! He's living in that house in Michigan with his family. I'm sure he's still taken care of. Shady bitch. He absolutely signed an NDA and he doesn't want the attention. Robin D said, I always thought the timing or sudden breakup and silence of their relationship was completely weird. I agree. It seemed out of the blue and very quick, and that's one thing I'll always say. It seemed like that. They did a house tour and they were together in that video, then it was like, oh, we broke up, and it was like, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of this drama is the real cause of the breakup. I think Nathan knows a lot. I don't know if he'll speak up, but if he's smart, he won't. He won't want to be a part of this drama. He got out for a reason. Cynthia said, in my opinion, there's a contract between them. Jeffree bought Nathan's parents a house in Michigan, so Nathan would say goodbye to that house if he speaks up against it. And again, blackmail. Ooh. Jeffree's smart. H3 said, I think their whole relationship was a business deal with a contract that expired on January 1st, 2020. Jeffree needed a wholesome, good-looking guy by his side to grow his audience because no one could ever love him without a contract being signed and money being paid his way. Okay, well, I do think that's a reach. It's an interesting comment. But you never know, honestly. These LA bitches. Sarah said, I honestly think Jeffree probably paid him to stay quiet. And there has been rumors that Jeffree does that kind of stuff to people. JB said, I would love to hear what he has to say, but I'm thinking he'll stay out of this hot mess. Scary but not scared said he won't. Jeffree bought his family a giant house and at one time employed him and his brother. Now that's very important. His brother was also hired. It wasn't just him. And probably more of his family. He definitely won't talk. Chip said, I hope he would know everything about Jeffree. I think he should. I mean, he lived with him and dated him, so I hope. San said, I don't blame him for leaving Juju. I bet he found something out at the end of 2019. That could also pose another conversation. Brats_Barb said, to be honest with you, he's probably been so manipulated by him that he's too scared to speak out, and I don't blame him for that, but at the same time, he surely must be aware of what Jeffree was doing. Like, people who were Jeffree's friends for a week have all these stories with him. Can you imagine someone who lived with him for 6 years? Whoa. Jade Short said, as much as I'd love Nate to come out and spill everything, I think Jeffree made him sign an NDA. Jack Kane said, I think Dramageddon 3 is the reason why he left when he did. I think that this has been brewing for a long time and Nate knew it was coming. Jeffree's probably been so consumed with taking James down that it put a massive strain on the relationship. That could also be it. I think Nate knows a lot, so Jeffree could possibly have something against him too. Haley said, I remember in Jeffree's new house tour video back in January, Nate seemed distant and disconnected. Yes, he did. But I definitely definitely didn't think anything of it. Now I'm thinking there's definitely more to the story, but after watching some of the videos, going into Jeffree's past and seeing his recent shenanigans, Nate is probably being forced into silence. I bet Jeffree was also making him look bad on purpose so the fans wouldn't question it, which is also something that could happen. As for their relationship, it's anyone's guess at this point, but Nate doesn't seem to be the type to get involved in drama. Their relationship probably became too much for him. Maybe he was Jeffree's trophy boyfriend, and then they said this theory might be a stretch, but it only crossed my mind. I guess we won't know unless Nate speaks up, because Jeffree certainly isn't going to be honest. I think we can all agree on that. Yup. Mandy Boggs said, no, I think that Nate has separated himself from Jeffree. He hasn't brought up his name and he seems like an amazing person and tried to stay out of this drama. Kimberly said, I think that he will either make a statement on his own in the future, avoiding the current wave of attention, which could be a case, or he won't, because after the breakup, Jeffree did let his parents keep the house and let him move back to Michigan with as little talk as possible. Abigail said, I hope he speaks up. Things behind the scenes have been so bad. Ree said, I hope he does. They were in a relationship for a few years and he knows Jeffree Star better than all of us. He knew what went on behind closed doors. I actually have a theory that Nate left because he couldn't accept Jeffree Star's ways of dealing with people that he hates. Nate was probably sick of it. I don't know, just a theory. Cass said, imagine if Nate was the one behind the scenes getting other influencers to speak up because he can't. There's no way he lived with Jeffree Star for 5 or 6 years and didn't learn a thing or two. Shady, shady, shady. Liam said, the real victim in all this mess is Nathan. Can you imagine sitting down and listening to Jeffree talk all this shit? I'd go insane. And that's me coming at a perspective of making these commentary videos. Okay guys, there were so many other ones, but I want to give my own opinion. Nathan and Jeffree were together for so long. Nathan has obviously seen what's gone on behind the scenes. Now I do think the point brought up that Nathan was probably tired of Jeffree being so obsessed over James Charles could possibly be true. It's just a theory, and that's what is true in my opinion, or what I believe. Because all these influencers are saying that Jeffree is so obsessed with James Charles behind the scenes, like Taddy was saying it. So of course he's relaying this to his boyfriend at the time. I don't know. It may not be, but... And Nathan probably got tired of that, but at the same time, Nathan has to be shady because he was with Jeffree for so long. And Nathan did turn materialistic at a point as well, so when are we gonna hold him accountable too? So guys, let me know what your opinion is. I think he definitely had to sign something to keep him silent, and I definitely think he got a little bit of money, in my opinion. And especially since his parents got to keep that house Jeffree bought, he would probably want to stay silent. But I think a statement down the line whenever this drama is kinda, so it's not the immediate effects of it, may be something that we will see. So I want to know your opinion. Let me know. Let's have a conversation below. Do you think Nathan will speak up? Who else do you think will speak up? I'll see you in my next video, and bye. Mwah.